Hey, Pastor Thomas here, and we're looking at the sacraments. We're looking at baptism, and this is the last question on baptism. And the question is, what does baptism call you to be? What does baptism call you to be? And the answer is a true follower of Christ. A true follower of Christ. So when we talk about baptizing, pointing us towards something, what does it call us to be? What does it when we're distinguished from the world, what are we distinguished from the world from? And we're called to be a follower of Christ. Have you ever played the game Follow the Leader? There's a person who walks in front, and if they jump, everyone jumps. If they jump over something, they go underneath something, they run, you run. And that's what we're called to do. We're called to follow Christ. That we go and we love Christ for what He has done. And we follow what Christ has told us to do in His Word. That we looked at, that Christ is the head of the church. That Christ is the one who gives us His Word, His decrees, and we seek to follow them. So we're called through baptism to be a follower of Christ. But an important word is in this answer as well, a true follower of Christ. That we are called to be Christ-like. But we're also called to be Christ-like in how that He loved the Lord, the God, with all His heart, soul, mind, and strength. That we're called to be true to what we actually do. Now, you can do a lot of things outwardly, but as we're looking at the sacraments, it's not so much about what happens outward, it's about what happens inward. That there's an inward thing, that you can go to church, you can pray, you can try and be a good Christian and try and look like you're following Christ, but to truly follow Christ means that you love Christ and you follow Him with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your might, with all your strength. That you trust in the Lord with all your, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him and He will direct your path. And that's what we're called to be. When we are called, what does baptism call us to be? It calls us to be a follower of Christ, but it calls us more importantly to be a true follower of Christ. And that's a very important question and answer for us to think about as we think about baptism.